Today is all about making you guys look good at home. I was looking at our rundown because no matter what you wear, many women choose to rock braids for the summer. The hardest part about getting them is deciding, what do you want? Well, we're about to try to help you out. We asked Good Hair Day salon owner Latara Edmond to show us some braided styles. Hello, Latara, how are you?
I'm good, Hannah. How are you today?
So good. So I want to talk about braids specifically for the summer. Why do we see them more in the summer times? Why is it such a good option?
Well, they're a great option because people have the opportunity to save some time in styling their hair every day in that daily regimen as they get ready to plan for their summer activities. It cuts down on the time, and I don't have to style my hair every day, but also have some versatility in how I choose to wear it because there's so many different ways that you can wear braids.
That's a really good point. You kind of get the best of both worlds.
Right.
You have that set look, but you also can change it up.
Exactly.
So you're going to go over some of your favorite styles and trends when it comes to braids for this season. The first one, you're actually modeling. Tell us about this.
Yes, I have on Bohemian box braids.
Okay.
And this is actually a crochet. It's a type of braid style, and it starts off with the braid and ends in the curly hair. And I personally can't wear color, so I get to play with color when I wear my box braids.
Yeah, and you know, that's what I also love, the ability to really try different things. Why do braids lend themselves to color, and what would you tell folks at home when choosing a color? Because I love how this all complements each other.
You want to find a color that complements your skin tone. And some people just like to experiment and play with like purples and reds and things of that nature, things that you can't do with your natural hair because it may compromise the integrity of the hair and damage it. So if you put in extensions, then you can play with the color and it's fun.
Yes, and you're saving like the integrity of that hair. Dye can be so tough.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at our second example. We're going to bring in, we've got models this morning.
Yes, we do.
Okay, who is our first beautiful model here?
Our first model is wearing micro braids, and micro braids are so small, and they take sometimes up to 12 hours to put in.
Wow.
But the unique thing about this particular model, get this is 5 minutes because this is a wig.
No.
Yes.
Are you serious?
It's a wig. Doesn't it look natural?
Oh my, I'm like staring right now. Okay, what's the secret then?
The secret is to go to get a wig store and buy you a braided wig, and you cut down the time it takes to put it on. So, I mean, some people hair, if it's fine, the braids, the weight and the tension can lead to traction alopecia, but if they still want to have a braided look, they can opt to have a wig.
Okay, so you know, I think we're seeing more and more women really embracing wigs right now. What is the key to have it looking so seamless for people that are just getting started?
Well, the positioning of it, making sure that there's a lace closure at the top so that it blends in with your scalp. And then we used edge control to accent her baby hairs so that it looks more natural on the side. And then just the way she styled it.
I'm sorry, I'm not kidding, I'm blown away.
I know.
You look gorgeous, gorgeous, madam. Thank you so much. Okay, our second model. Come on out here.
Our second model has what we call feeder braids or Ghana braids. They're cornrow to the scalp. Sometimes they start off small and they get bigger. People will have as many as she has, and sometimes you'll have like maybe just 6. But she has the Ghana braids because they have the curl on the end.
Sorry, tell me, there's so much history when it comes to braids as well, and stories behind every single style.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, most of the braids originated in Africa, and it had a lot to do with the tribe you were affiliated with. It had a lot to do with social stature, the tribe you were associated with, your marital status, all of that. So it has a lot of history to it.
There's so much history. Thank you. Gorgeous as well. Let's take a look at look number 3.
Our third look is wearing the knotless braids, box braids, which is a new trend where you don't create the normal knot to create the braid. You actually start braiding their hair and you feed in the extension hair as the braid gets longer. So it's safer on the hair. It's not as much tension and not as much weight on the hair. So yeah, she looks great.
She does. All these have been gorgeous. Let's bring out another model, or maybe the same. We're going to talk about scalp maintenance.
You can see.
Because you've mentioned this a lot. You said you don't want to be too tough on the hair. We're kind of resisting color, maybe doing extensions otherwise. Let's talk about the maintenance and keeping scalps healthy.
Well, the important thing about knowing with the braids is that with scalp health, people typically prolong their shampoos, which they neglect their scalp. And so you want to make sure that you are minimizing the dirt and the debris that's building up, the dead skin, by in exfoliation by using a mist that is antibacterial, antifungal, it has antioxidants to nourish the scalp, but also to help to minimize the buildup of the dirt.
So when you talk about a mist, you know, you brought some of your product, but there's other, like across the board, what should people be looking for on the store shelves when it comes to that mist for the scalp?
You want to look for jojoba oil, soybean oil, because they're very similar to sebum, which is the oil that the scalp naturally produces, and they don't clog up the pores. And chamomile, you want to look for lavender,
Okay.
rosemary, those types of things, because they help to, like I said, they help to protect the scalp.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, last thing, after the wash. I washed last night and my
Yes.
hair, it is just like the flyaways. What do we do?
You want to use some foam, okay? So if you have the foam, you take the foam and you just put it on the braid and smooth it down, and it's going to help to minimize the flyaways, and it also gives the hair some shine.
And LaTara, what's in that foam right there?
In this foam is wheat protein and some jojoba oil and some peppermint oil.
I'm looking right now and you're talking about that sheen and that shine.
Yeah.
You can see it, just the light, it's gorgeous. LaTara, thank you so much for joining us. Every look has been absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And also the idea of taking care of our health and our hair and our scalps. I love that focus. Thank you so much.
Thank you.